It's been 100 years since the Titanic went down in the seas, and Ben Casselman is here to talk about exactly what's going on with the anniversary. Is anniversary the right word to use?
Centennial. It's we're certainly seeing a lot of commemorations of, if not celebrations of this grim 100th anniversary.
Are you going to go see the 3D movie? Is that
part
of it?
It goes beyond just a 3D movie. We've
Right.
got that,
That's
but now
all I've seen.
we have people who are dressing up in full Edwardian dress to go and recreate the final meals on the Titanic.
Wow.
You got your white tie and tails. Are you ready for Saturday
That
night?
sounds like fun,
Actually,
actually.
I think you look dashing.
You know, my white tie is my white tie. Well, I spilled soup on it last time I wore it, though it was a culturally appropriate soup for the time. I mean, I've seen reports of there are cruise lines that are sort of replicating what would have been.
There's a cruise that is on its way now from Southampton, England, where the Titanic left. It's making the stops the Titanic made, and at 2:20 in the morning.
Hope not all the stops the Titanic
One
made.
hopes it will leave out that last one. This one they're hoping will actually make it all the way to New York.
Yeah.
So what did they serve on some of the final meals at the Titanic?
There's in St. Louis, somebody is actually recreating an 11-course meal,
Wow.
complete with wine pairings. Call a taxi.
And
Don't drive home.
and you've got to conclude this an 11-course meal, and of course one has to conclude it with the appropriate fowl as the final dish, which was tradition back then. But so if you're doing the 11-course meal, is this something you're dressing up for?
People are dressing up in Edwardian dress, the whole 9 yards. Maybe not the corsets. I don't know if people are going corsets with an 11-course meal. That could
Right.
Yeah,
Could be
make it
trouble.
make it a little
Loosen
bit
those
difficult.
halfway through.
Is there somebody who's specifically benefiting from all this? It seems kind of dispersed. There doesn't seem to be a really central focus to it's not like there's a
Right, is it
Titanic
Americans or
Association.
Europeans?
Well, the
Right,
big
yeah.
winner may be this company, RMS Titanic Inc., which owns the salvage rights to the area around the wreck. They are owned by Premier Exhibitions. They're those guys who do the bodies exhibits. That's right.
Yeah.
They own these rights. They have 5,500 or so pieces of artifacts that they've brought up from the bottom, and they are now cashing out. Maybe this is the top of the Titanic market. They're trying to auction off the whole shebang, and they may get $200 million in that sale.
Wow, and is interest as high? I mean, I looked at the box office receipts. You mentioned the release of the 3D movie. The box office receipts weren't terribly overwhelming.
They're a little disappointing, but we're talking about a 15-year-old movie that's doing $25 million at the box office. That's probably plenty of movies would take that as their first try. So it still seems like there's pretty good amount of interest.
All right. Well, after 100 years, the Titanic still has a little bit of currency. Ben, thanks very much for bringing us
Thanks for
up to
having me
speed
on.
on that.